this down a little, or else Hasbro will give me a copyright claim, possibly a copyright strike even. Okay. The calm before the storm. Oh, Shrek has the best soundtracks. You're not wrong. Shrek really does. Shrek and the first SpongeBob movie. Honestly, even Shrek the Third has some great music. Even though it's Shrek the Third, it still has some great music. But unfortunately, we're not here to talk Shrek tonight, as much as I would love to. Maybe some other time. In fact, there actually is a piece of Shrek media that would be perfect to cover for the Halloween season. Anyway, let's wait for the Sylvest of Sylves to get here, so we can cause chaos for an ungodly long period of time. Boo. Boo. Well, I guess, yeah, no, I'll just wait for Sylv to get here, then I'll explain. There we go. Oh, Triple H's daddy, yep. Okay. Welcome to Wonder After Dark. Before I get to yep, funny, that's half of what we're talking about, and it's what's playing in the background right now. Anyway, Diddy. My little Diddy. Okay. Before I get into this, I guess I'll provide a little bit of context. Oh, Kong. Diddy Kong. I like how Triple H talks. I love how when Triple H talks, he says, ah, after most of his sentences. Yep. Ah. Anyway. Alright. A little bit of context before I get into either topic. Initially, I was just going to review this one movie. But two things came to my attention. I love women, ah. My name is Triple H, ah. Oh, this is going to be a great one. Anyway. But yeah, I was originally just going to review this movie that I'm about to read about. But two other things came to my attention. So tonight is going to be, no, it's a more subtle ah. Anyway. So tonight is going to be movie review, a brief rant, movie review. Anyway. Alright, let's waste no time. Let's get into the first half of this bizarro nightmare. Oh God. Let's go. Starting with movie 1, requested by Sylv. Okay. Requested... Oh. I made Jesse suck. Yep, you sure did. Anyway, let's get into movie 1 of 2, requested by Sylv. The Chaperone. But what is The Chaperone? The Chaperone is a 2000... How was the movie? Stay tuned. A 3 or a 4? Stay tuned. I don't speak that fast. The Chaperone is a 2011 American crime comedy film directed by Stephen Herrick and also produced by WWE Studios. It stars Triple H, Yeardley Smith, Ariel Winter, Kevin Corrigan, Jose Zuniga, Kevin Rankin, Enrico Colantoni, and Israel Brossard. I have no idea if I even said any of that. What's Triple H's real name? According to Wikipedia, Paul Michael Levesque. I don't know his real name off the top of my head. That's why I just had to click on his Wikipedia page. Again, I don't know jack shit about wrestling. You can try to teach. Just a Zuniga. Yep, Zuniga, anyway. Anyway. Okay, the Chaperone. The film was produced by WWE Studios and distributed by Samuel Goldwyn Films. Released February 18th, 2011, the film had a budget of $6.3 million. Anyway, the film had a budget of $6.3 million and made, oh, get this, $279,000 at the box office. Not million, thousand. Can you say box office bomb? I sure can. Boring movie. Yeah, had a $6 million budget and made $200,000. In terms of development, there's not real. Oh, the movie opens where it belongs, in prison. Pretty much. Anyway, and if you need any proof that there's not much to work with, all it says under development is, and I quote, WWE announced that filming started in New Orleans in June 2010. And that is all it says for the film's development and production. That is all it says. I think this might actually be the shortest Wikipedia page for any movie I have ever read. The one funny line is, keep your back against the wall. Actually, though, that was the one line that I found some degree of funny. Moving on, though. The Chaperone was met with negative reviews from critics. Rotten Tomatoes gives the film a score of just 29% based on just 17 reviews, with an average rating of 3.7 out of 10. Metacritic gives a score of 33 out of 100 based on reviews from just 11 critics. So it seems like nobody saw this movie. Eric Kahn, also the movie has the setup for a comedy with its characters, but it fails to do anything comedic with them. Yep, but I'll get to that. I will get to that. I'll get to that. Guys, I think I'll get to that. Oh. Hell, the first actual comedic moment happens like in the third. Yep, pretty much. Anyway, Eric Kahn of IndieWire graded the film a C-, saying that it had flat direction and a mediocre script, and said, as a vehicle for WWE champion Paul Triple H Levesque, it's haplessly stuck on cruise control. Nick Shager of Slant Magazine gave it half a star out of 4, criticizing the script, direction, and characters, saying that this Hulk with a heart of gold fable embraces banalities with a vigor matched only by its lack of imagination. That being said, Triple H was a surprisingly good actor. I do agree there. In this movie, he was pretty good. And that's the only positive I can give. And then the film, give me 1 second. And then the film was released on DVD on March 8th, 2011. Now, you're probably thinking, oh, do you have a DVD copy of this movie to show? Oh, Triple H was once considered to play Thor. Can you picture that? No, I cannot. As much as I just said Triple H was a good actor in this movie, I also don't think he would have made a good Thor. I can't explain how, I just don't think he would have made a good Thor. Moving on, though, but yeah, not a lot of information about this movie. Now, you're probably thinking right now, oh, you have a DVD copy to show the class? Tell us about Triple H and Blade Trinity. I literally cannot, because I genuinely did not realize that was Triple H until earlier today. Mind you, I'm pretty sure I've seen Blade Trinity, but I still There's a review of it on YouTube by Wrestling with not a misspell. I was about to say, but yeah, I, yeah, just, I'm sure I've seen Blade Trinity, but I didn't realize that was him. Because again, I don't know jack shit about wrestling. I don't know jack shit about these people. So that's all I can say about Triple H and Blade Trinity. Triple H and Blade. I recommend you check out that review. Someday. Anyway, though. But I'm not refusing to when I say someday. Just someday. The Big Show was in Jingle All the Way. Now, that I did know. I don't know anything about the Big Show, but I did. He was the giant Santa in the mall. I did already know that. Only because of Cinemassacre. Paul Wright, yeah. I only knew that because of Cinemassacre, aka ABGN, aka whatever the fuck. Anyway, whatever. I'm EP. Anyway. Okay, The Chaperone. This is probably the quickest I have ever gotten to a movie review, but I watched it at the request. I thought one of these doors opened for a second. Anyway, I watched it at the request of Sylv. It took me almost the entire motherfucking day to watch. Ironic when AVGN had a song called Where'd the Hair Go, Yet He's Going Bald as Fuck. Yep. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Anyway. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Anyway, but where I was going with this. But, okay, The Chaperone. It took me almost the entire day to watch. For a few reasons. Number one, now let me add a bit of context. I don't have this movie on DVD, so you're probably thinking, okay, how'd you watch it then? Tubi. For those who don't know what Tubi, talk about what Triple H stands for. I don't know what Triple H stands. I'm not trying to sound bitchy or pissy at all, but I keep saying I don't know shit about wrestling. You are asking me questions. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Okay. Like I said, you're asking me shit I don't know the answer to. I'm not trying to sound bitchy, but you can kind of expect me to go into one of those when I don't know anything. We call him HHH. Yep, KKK. Anyway. Okay, back to the movie. I don't have a DVD copy of it, so I watched it on Tubi. For those who don't know what Tubi is, allow me to explain. Tubi is a streaming video service, much like Disney Plus. Tubi Booby, sure. Tubi is a video... Wowie zowie, yep. Tubi is a video streaming service, much like Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Peacock, etc. But unlike... is a grand wizard, I guess you could say that. Anyway, but unlike the major services, it's actually free. All you do is just sign up with your email, no subscription, you're set. Do you know what that means? No, I don't. I do fucking not. Anyway, but Tubi, unlike Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, etc., is a free streaming service. Now, you might hear that and think, oh, that sounds cool. Where do I sign up? It's the highest ranking member of the clan. Oh my god. Well, actually, I should have figured that was a racist joke. Because Wonder After Dark is just built on racism. It's racism, positivity, and negativity, all in that order. Anyway. Okay, but Tubi. You probably heard free streaming service and are thinking, where do I sign up? Body positivity, I guess. Anyway. Tubi, I don't use it often. Mainly because you can find some good movies and shows to watch on Tubi, but it's buried under just Walmart asylum crapshoot, basically. Like, bottom of the barrel entertainment. And, I guess, read. Okay. Body positivity. There, I just read. Unless there was something else you said that YouTube most likely deleted. Which, if there is, then YouTube most likely deleted it. Otherwise, yep. Becoming a running gag on this show. Anyway. Okay, but Tubi. You can find some good movies on there, but it's mostly just crap. Turns out The Chaperone was crap. Now, where I was going with this. How did that movie take me an entire day to watch? Well, nigga positivity, yep. Well, first of all, Tubi is damn insufferable when it comes to ads. Now, obviously, being a free streaming service, they're not going to have, they're obviously going to have a catch. And, of course, that catch is a fuck ton of ads. 6 per break. Jesse suffering positivity. Yep, that's this show in a nutshell as well. But 6 3. Yep. 6 motherfucking ads per break. This movie is an hour and 44 minutes long with 6 ads per ad break. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway. So that was reason number 1 why it took me almost the entire day to watch. The second reason was I just kept getting interrupted a lot by my mom. 6 ads, my beloved. 6 ads, my beloved. Footlongs at such a satisfactory price. 6 ads, my beloved. 6 the dollar. 6 the dollar. Anyway. 6-pack, yep. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I kept getting interrupted a lot as well by my mom, by my dad, by my sister, by the dogs. Had to take Hopper outside and, yeah, show your 6-pack. I don't have one, thank you for asking. Don't have one. No, don't have a 6-pack. Anyway, but, yeah. But it took me, almost all day to watch. And what did I get out of it? Well, this also serves as my review and ranking of the film. It's bad. Or I should say, it's not really bad, per se. Just super generic. If I hugged you, you'd probably crumble. Yeah, no, if you hugged me, I would split in 2. Now, if you were to hug Spider, he probably would crumble. I am not wrong. He probably would. Either that, or he would implode. Or maybe both at the same time, if you're convenient. But anyway, back on Trick, skinnier than you. We'll let him answer that question. No idea. Last time I checked, he looked fairly skinny, but that's always subject to change. I'm still under the opinion that I'm 5'6", but for all I know, I could have gotten taller without knowing it. Or I could have shrank. Seems like my luck I would shrink. But anyway, yeah, The Chaperone. Bad. It's not even the fun kind of bad. It's just generic. That's the best way to describe it. Generic. You go to Walmart and you just blindly stick your hand. Actually, not even your hand. If you hugged me, I'd turn into a VHS copy of From Dusk Till Dawn 3. Yep, you sure would. You sure would. And on a bad day, you would turn into a VHS copy of From Dusk Till Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money. Anyway. But only on a bad day. Anyway. But it's not even the fun kind of bad. It's just generic. Like, you go to Walmart and you just blindly stick your whole arm in the $5 DVD bin. You don't even look at the bin. You pull it out, the Chaperone. That's what it feels like. It feels like a Walmart $5 DVD bin movie and nothing more. It's one of those movies that you watch once and then never again. Or in my case, it's going to be a movie I watch like maybe once a century. Not I turn into a 4K copy of Wish on a bed. I hate the accuracy of that statement. Which, hey, look, there's a movie that we should cover eventually. Even though it's pretty bad, but I still think it would make for a fun episode of this show. I think I might save that one for a milestone episode because it was Disney's milestone movie. Anyway. But yeah, back to the Chaperone. In other words, I'm going to torture you. If I'm going to torture you, I'd want to do it in 4K. Yes, you would. Anyway. But yeah, the Chaperone. That's what it is, at least to me. It's just bad. It's just Walmart $5 DVD bin. I guess another way to describe the Chaperone, another way to describe it, I really hope the YouTube copyright detection system cannot hear the song playing behind me right now. We need to actually review 41-Year-Old Virgin one day. Oh yeah, speaking of, thank you for reminding me that it's not there. There we go. Fixed it. I got it out. Now it's where it belongs. Anyway, but another way to describe the Chaperone, in fact, I feel this is an even better way to describe it. 41-Year-Old Virgin is a negative 100 out of 10. I'll take your word for it. But anyway, where I was going. Another way to describe the Chaperone, it feels like the kind of movie that you watch on TV. Alright, when I say this, I mean cable TV. The Chaperone also feels like the kind of movie you see come on your TV in your hotel room or vacation house or your cabin late at night, and you leave it on in the background as you go to sleep. And then when you go to look up the movie next day, you can't find anything about it on the internet, and you're just left wondering if it was even real. That's the Chaperone. It both feels like a vacation house movie that you wouldn't be able to find, and like a movie you would find in the Walmart $5 DVD bin. What does it say? The Chaperone feels like Triple H's consolation prize for not playing Thor. No, I feel that's too much of a compliment. That's too much of a compliment. It feels like Triple H's consolation prize for not being in a better movie. Any better movie. But yeah. I guess if you want a movie to just turn on in the background, it's fine. Oh, I stole that from the Wrestling with Regret. Wrestling with Regret. I don't know why, but I was trying to read that literally, so it would have come out regret. Anyway. Funny. There's the burp. But here's the burper. Gerber Life is accepting applications for its affordable grow-up plan. 877 cash now. Anyway. But here's the pooper. Yep. Okay. But the Chaperone. I guess if you want a movie to just turn on in the background, it's... But where's the copper? Well, there's the copper. Over there. No, I am not bringing him over here. Not after the last incident. No. Anyway. But here's the tacker. Yep. Anyway. Okay. But yeah, I guess to already conclude my review of The Chaperone, I guess if you want... Oh, tacky equals tacker, yeah. Oh yeah, and I guess if you're wondering what the movie is, do it, okay. There's only so many times I can do this before something goes horribly wrong. But let me tell you though, The Chaperone is such a bad movie that you wouldn't even believe it. Anyway, The Chaperone though. I guess if you want to know what the movie's about, because I just completely neglected to read the plot this entire time. Ray Bradstone, a talented getaway driver, is determined to go straight, be a better parent to his daughter Sally, and make amends with his ex-wife Lynn. As Ray struggles to find honest work, he agrees to take one last job with his old bank robbing crew, led by Philip Lore. Ray changes his mind at the last second, choosing to chaperone a field trip with Sally's class, and leaving the thieves without a worthy means of escape. The robbery is a disaster, and now Ray must deal with an endangered lorry while driving a school bus full of kids. What does this say? Do it again while saying, bring me your whole... Okay, bring my whole coupon book whenever I'm on a date. Click and say on a date. I can't sing that worth of shit because, you know, I don't have that vocal range, but you know what? Bring my whole coupon book whenever I'm on a date. Okay, there we go. Anyway, now don't ask me to do that a third time because, yeah. But yeah, there's the plot of The Chaperone, but nobody gives a shit. That's like the music vid. Yep, perfect. Anyway, but yeah. To already conclude my review of The Chaperone, I guess if you just want a movie to throw on in the background on an afternoon and you don't care talk about the plot. I already talked about, no, literally, I did seriously just read about the plot. I'm not trying to make a hearing loss joke. I did, we need to talk about the ending. Okay. No, I'll let you talk about the ending because I don't care. It was just that bad of a movie. Like, I was fucking bored. Granted, I did eventually finish it, but I was still bored. Now you tell. Okay. So, The Chaperone ends. Well, yeah, I think that sums it up perfectly. It ends, but I have to pull the stupid ending up on YouTube. Okay. Ooh, I love how the second result... Oh, actually, never mind. I love how every single other result is the SpongeBob episode. The better chaperone. But yeah, it ends with, like, everything going well, and there's, like, a wedding. And then he's on the radio or something, talking about the whole story. He's a fan of a talk show, and he becomes a self-help talk show host himself. His first clients, the criminals. Yep. It's funny how they couldn't even make an ending like that funny or creative. They could have, but they didn't. His ex-wife dumps her fiancé for no reason and gets back to him. The Chaperone, a movie where everything just kinda happens. A movie where everything just kinda happens. Hey, guess what? There's a way better motherfuck of a movie you could be watching. I'm just saying. There's a way better motherfuck of a movie that you could be watching. Fuck you. The talk show part has the part, keep your back against the... Yeah. AKA, the one single funny line. No one cares, we want the chaperone. No. Anyway. Okay, but the Chaperone. But yeah, that's the ending, and it's just as stupid as the rest of the movie. Thank you. Oh, there's a way better movie you can be watching. Any of my yes, actually. In fact, fun fact, everybody. Fun fact, everybody. All two of you. Also, yeah, all two of you, or any of my old vids. Yeah. If you want quality entertainment for free, there's a few great videos you can watch right now. Bobzilla, the broadcast that shook the world, uploaded 1 month ago now. Spike v. Lord Calic uploaded 3 weeks ago. Look up Conker's Peak of Place. I will soon enough. Octane Zero put up 2 weeks ago, and Saw Lead uploaded almost 1 week ago. Almost. So if you want quality entertainment, there you go. Go watch the school videos. Any of them. They're much fucking better. We're working on Bobzilla too. Can't wait to see it. Anyway. But yeah, the Chaperone. I'm not even going to put my rating of the film into numbers. I'm just going to give it a bad out of 10. Oh, wait, what does it say? Okay, what does it say? I grant you permission to publish and edit my content so long as you use a pseudonym for me. I will remember that. I will remember that. I will remember that. My old content from my old channel. Noted. Not my new one. Noted again. Okay, well now this yeah, it's funny that I smacked myself in the face with Fluttershy in the background. Shut up, C, Knicker. Or shut up, C, Racker. I'm dyslexia. There's the dyslexia. I misread Racker as Knicker. I'm so brain rotted. I'm so brain rotted. Can you tell I'm a little loony? Moving on. Okay, but the crap. I was seriously about. God damn it. I was seriously about to call this movie The Cracker. Like, I'm not kidding. It wasn't even going to be intentional. I was seriously about to call this movie The Cracker. Got that Sigma. Riz is so skibbity. The Crackerone. I would rather watch The Crackerone. Okay, but... The Chaperone. I guess if you like bad movies, go check it out. If you like just shit, go check it out. If you like WWE, absolutely check it. Is Michael Myers daddy material? See? Anyway. Oh my god. You know, okay. But yeah, The Chaperone. I'm not even going to put my rating into numbers. Jesse Dahmer, yep. I'm just going to give this movie a bad out of good. The Chaperone is not even a 0 out of 10, it's a bad out of good. Jesse Wayne Gacy. Ironically, that sounds like a way more terrifying person. Jesse Bundy. Jesse Bundy sounds like they would be related to Ted Danson, and I cannot explain how. Mr. Mayor is a show we gotta talk about sometime. Anyway, but... where I was going with this, though... but... Jesse God. But yeah, The Chaperone. Hey, look, a movie review that was under an hour. Guess what? Oh, actually, before I get to movie review number 2, I do not associate with Nikor's yet. Alright, now, I do have a second movie that I do want to review, but first, oh, it's pronounced Geen, my mistake. Sorry for making mistakes. It'll happen again. Anyway, now, I do have a second movie that I would like to review tonight, but before I do, I would like to take a brief moment to rant about something. Don't worry, this isn't going where you think it's going. It's not aimed at who you think it's aimed at. Totally unrelated. Okay, but first I do need to talk about the magical Burger King, not the creepy king. Too bad, I'm already talking about my little rant. I'm not trying to sound rude, but you did hear me say that, didn't you? Anyway, now, there is a movie I do want to review, but first I want to take a minute. I can end your rant early. Well, yes, you can, but this is my show. It's my show that we all three just so happen to share. Danny, shut up. Anyway, okay. So for a little bit of context, I'm an Apple user, unfortunately. I have the iCloud. Too long, didn't read. Don't use Apple because it's trash. What the fuck, autocorrect? Not shut up, it's shut. Anyway, so for a little bit of context, I'm an Apple user, unfortunately. Now, let me add to that. I have the iCloud storage upgrade, which if you are an Apple user, I recommend that. I'm just going to tune you out. Okay, fair enough. I mean, you are an Android user. You are an Android user, so I respect your opinion. You can tune back in once Google gives you 15 gigabytes for free. Free. Yes, I'm aware. But anyway, back to my side of the story, though I respect your side. And let me finish, rather than interrupting. Anyway, now the iCloud storage upgrade has a few different plans. The free plan is just 5 gigabytes. Yeah, that's nothing. It's a fact that 15 is more than 5. Yeah, I know. Stop acting like I'm fucking stupid. Anyway, I specifically have the $2.99, which is 200 gigabyte. I mean, you get fucked, you little asshole. Apple sent. You're lucky this is YouTube and not X videos. You can ignore Sylv if you need to continue your rant. Well, I'm not going to ignore him because that would sound completely rude. Rather, I will just continue with my rant and then occasionally chime in. Anyway, what I was saying. I have the $2.99 plan, which gives you 200 gigabytes. Don't worry, I won't be ranting much. Good, thank you. Yes, please. Anyway. Now, that's not a bad price. Sure, it's not free. You missed one. Okay. Apple simp. Nah. Her. Don't worry, I won't be ranting much. It's a fact that 15 is more than 5. Covered everything. Unless you said something else that YouTube deleted. Anyway. That might not... Alright. Admittedly, I wish it was free, but not a bad price. Just $2.99 a month for 200 gigabytes. That's a good price. I'm just going to character.ai and chill. Fair. Anyway, you can tune back in once I'm done. Anyway, now, on occasion, I've missed that $2.99 payment, but not often. Usually it gets paid sooner than later. Anyway, I was trying to put Peacock back on my iPad. I have Peacock on my phone. OneDrive gives you 200 gigabytes for $2.99 Canadian. That's the same fucking price. I mean, I get that's Canadian money, but that's still... That's the same goddamn... You're not funny. Anyway. Back to me. Anyway. where I was going with this. But for the most part, it gets paid sooner than later. Emphasis on soon. Anyway, for the past couple of weeks now, I've been having issues on both my phone and my iPad. The specific, don't get me wrong, oh God. Android has issues too. Well, at least you're honest. At least you're honest. You're not just being a simp. Anyway, oh my God, this argument is annoying as fuck. Skill issues, if you will. Let's speed this up so he doesn't get more annoyed. Oh God. It's the worst combination of words you could have said. Let's speed this the fuck up. Let's speed it the fuck up. Anyway, where I was going with this. Anyway, the specific issue relates to downloading apps. On a previous episode, Spider, James, whatever you want to call him, wanted me to download Google Slides. But my phone kept saying verification required. So I put in my card information and then it would just say verification required again. Earlier today, I was trying to put Peacock back on my iPad. I've had Peacock on my iPad, but I deleted it at some point, but I was going to reinstall it for reasons you'll find out in the future. But it, once again, wouldn't let me. Verification required. Put in the card info, rinse and repeat, no result. I had to look it up. Or rather, I went to my mail and I got this email. You are scheduled to be charged $2.99 for iCloud Plus with 200 gigabytes of storage, but there is a problem with your payment information. Please update your payment information as soon as possible. If we cannot successfully charge your account, it will be downgraded to the free 5 gigabyte plan and your service may be affected. Follow the instructions below, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Then I had to look it up. I'm gonna be real, lots of companies do that. Well, yeah, you're not wrong. Not gonna argue because you're not wrong. Amazon? I mean, yeah, Amazon. So you're not wrong. It did that to me. Yeah. Again, you're not wrong. Anyway, I had a little bit of an incident with Amazon, but we'll save that for Disney Plus did it too. I've never had anything happen with Disney Plus because I don't pay for Disney Plus. But not to me yet. Damn. Back on topic. But I then had to look it up. I'm not going to read the entire thing. It's a novel, but basically to summarize what's causing the problem, any purchase in your purchase history with red text is what's causing the problem. So basically, if it's stuck in pending, sent me that Apple Rules thing. Anyway, so basically, if it, and expect, I'm almost done, cunt. Anyway, basically, what's causing the problem is 2 digital movies that I bought over a month ago. Yeah, over a month ago, just about, are causing the problem. Still pending, even though they were purchased months ago. So what I have to do is add $25, note, to your Apple Store account, not your Apple Wallet, not your iTunes, your Apple Store account. They fuck with everyone. Yeah, they do. So here I am, I tell my mom this, and she's fucking baffled too, so here we both are like, God fucking damn it. God fucking damn it, fuck all of you. I hate corporates. I hate retards. Corporations, am I right? Corporations. Ladies and gentlemen, a Wonder After Dark first. The single most mean-spirited rant I have ever given. Jesse Buckteeth. Yep, that's certainly a takeaway from that. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out the way. I just wanted to get that out the way, provide that little bit of fuck shit, cocksucker, motherfucker. Fuck shit, cocksucker, motherfucker. At least you can admit when Apple has problems. Now for Google, oh God. Oh God almighty. For the record, I welcome your rant, but make it fucking quick. Google Photos is trash. I wouldn't know, never used it. So I cannot comment, I do not have an opinion. Fuck shit, motherfuck, cocksucker. It doesn't fucking save anything on me anymore. I switched to OneDrive. I've also never used OneDrive because I don't want to pay for that too. You can't make me. No matter how much you say it's good, you cannot damn make me. No. OneDrive uses 5. I don't care. And it's very user-friendly. I believe you, but I don't feel like trying another damn service. And the thing is, you probably think you're a video editor. You know a thing or two about data management. I'm sure when you export these things, you just delete everything. No. I have to keep all the clips because otherwise the projects will be gone too. And what if those videos get deleted from YouTube and I have to put them back up elsewhere? Then I need the project files, and in turn I need the raw fucking footage. Fuck. Suck my dick. Except you, Spider. You don't. You're too young. You're too young. Jesse being stubborn, but I respect your opinion. Also, stubborn pussy, thanks cunt. I suck things that smell like fish. My Little Pony the movie is a 2017 animated musical fantasy film based on the television series My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, which itself is part of the 4th incarnation of the toy line and franchise. The film was directed by Jason Thiessen, catchy name there, written by Megan McCarthy, Michael Vogel, Joe Ballerini, and Rita Hasso. Produced by Stephen Davis, Brian Goldner, Marcia Goldwyn, or that name, Jones, and Haven Alexander. The movie took quite the crew. Anyway, the film stars the show's regular voice cast. Oh, Discord, okay. Most of the people who worked on this are dudes. Kind of funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. Honestly, Sylv, fair. But please note, I'm autistic. Moving on, before I actually blow a gasket, the film stars the show's regular voice cast of Tara Strong, Ashley Ball. Please note, I'm also autistic. We're all autistic. Which of course means we're both compatible. We're all compatible, but incompatible at the same time. Tara Strong fell off. Yes, she did. Anyway, Tara Strong, Ashley Ball, Andrea Lidman, Tabitha Gurman, Kathy Wiesluck, I cannot read, the horse, badumtis, yep, Nicole Oliver, and Britt McKillop, all reprising their roles, alongside the guest voices of Emily Blunt, Kristen Chenoweth, Liv Schreiber, Michael Pena, Sia, Ty Diggs, Uzo Aduba, and Zoe Saldana as new characters. Starring Gary Busey. I literally did not say Gary Busey at any point, but okay. The film follows the Alicorn, Twilight Sparkle, her 5 friends, collectively known as the Main Six, and her dragon friend and assistant Spike, on a quest to save their home of Equestria from an evil conqueror, while gaining new friends along the way and testing their friendship and patience. Co-starring Tommy Wiseau and Donald Trump as Princess Luna. Yep, pretty much. Oh my god. I'm gonna need to smack my face with a fucking frying pan after doing this one. Anyway, the film was produced by Allspark Pictures and DHX Media, not to be confused with THX. I said D, letter DHX, not the same thing. And Michael Clark Duncan as Spike. There's our sign to cover Sin City someday. A lovely film featuring Michael Clark Duncan, but anyway. The film was produced by Picture Spike with Duncan's deep-ass voice. Funny. Anyway. Sorry, I'm a little salty. Anyway. The film was produced by Allspark Pictures and DHX Media and was distributed by Lionsgate. You know, Lionsgate. Anyway. The film premiered in New York on September 24th. Oh, Rebecca Black as Princess Celestia Friday. Anyway. The film premiered in New York on September 24th, 2017, and released everywhere, specifically the US and Canada. Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Yep. And specifically released in the US and Canada on October 6th, 2017. Hey, look, October 6th. That's today. For a few more minutes. Anyway. The film had a budget of just $6.5 million and made 61.3, so it was definitely a success. It definitely made more than its money back. Anyway. The film was produced by Hasbro's Allspark Pictures and animated at DHX Media's Vancouver division, using traditional animation created with Toon Boom Harmony. What does it say? Tara Reid as Twilight Sparkle. I met Tara Reid once. I think you mentioned that before, but that's cool. I really only know Tara Reid from Sharknado. But we're not here to talk Sharknado, now are we? Anyway. The film premiered, as previously stated, the film premiered in New York on September, starring Sharknado as Heimseld. Yep. Anyway, the film premiered in New York on September 24th, 2017, and released in the U.S. I should be a little more specific, actually. It released in the U.S. by Lionsgate on October 6th, 2017, but was distributed in Canada by Entertainment One, because Entertainment One was who had the Canadian distribution of Lionsgate stuff at the time. Starring Tommy Wiseau as Randy the Room Robinson. You are not listening. That's a quote from the Riff Tracks. I don't watch Riff Tracks. I don't watch Riff Tracks. Anyway. But yeah, distributed in the US by Lionsgate and in Canada by Entertainment One, because Entertainment One was who had the Lionsgate Canadian rights at the time. Anyway, the film received... I want to make a My Little Pony character. Actually, I think that'd be pretty cool. Go ahead. Do it when you got the time. My Little Pony was Canadian, right? I mean, pretty much. Even though I'm pretty sure most of, the distribution and such was American, and it was made for American audiences. From the looks of it, it's pretty much a Canadian production. Anyway, but where I was going with this. My Little Pony the movie received mixed reviews from... aired commercial free in Canada, based. Anyway, the film received 0 commercials. Again, based. Although a little odd, because where do you live in Canada where they're just showing it commercial free? Anyway, the film received mixed reviews from critics, who criticized the script and pacing, but praised the female representation. It was also a box office success, grossing $61.3 million worldwide against a production budget of just $6.5 million, not including marketing, I imagine, and, interestingly, becoming Lionsgate's highest-grossing animated feature to date. Honestly, I don't know if Treehouse is still commercial-free, but it was last time I actually watched it, or actively watched it. I think it was around 2015. Us Americans never had Treehouse. That was never a thing over here, so I can't comment on it. But yeah, or 2016. But yeah, Treehouse never existed over here, so can't comment on it. But yeah, American skill issue. Sure, everything's a fucking skill issue to you. Anyway. Okay, but... oh yeah, I must clarify. Despite my snappy tone, what I just said was a joke. I do have to clarify that. I need to just start wearing a shirt that has tone indicators on it. Silva skill issue. Sometimes, yes. Anyway. Okay. Where I was going with this. Skibbity issue bop bop, yep. Despite, now the opening weekend, Gen Alpha has been. You do you, buddy. Anyway. The film was expected to gross between 10 million and 17 million opening weekend. It made 3 million on its first day, and it ended up opening to 8.9 million, finishing 6th at the start mewing. I can't, don't make me. However, despite the disappointing opening weekend, any reasonable return from the film would be seen as positive by Hasbro because it is tied to the toy line. I've mewed before. It hurts. And that is why I'm not gonna do it, so don't ask me to. So yeah, any reasonable return would be seen as positive by Hasbro because it's tied to the toy line. Kids don't mew. Yeah. Also, don't do anything Silk says. Just don't. Anyway. Oh, and good old critical response, too. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval percentage of 48% based on Mew. Pokemon is good, though. Twoo. 48% based on 67 reviews, and 5.10 out of 10. The critics' consensus reads out, not sure why I put the word out there, but reads, charming and sweet, My Little Pony the movie will please its dedicated fan base, even if it's unlikely to encourage non-devotees to gallop along for the ride. Jesse Pepe, sure. So before I keep reading, therein lies the before I keep reading. Okay, no, yeah. Okay, before I keep reading, there basically sums up what critics thought about the movie. Pretty mixed. Now, I'll keep reading about the movie, and then I'll... Wait, did YouTube remove? I think they did. I think. Anyway, here's the funny image. Gator fire. Just a gator fire. Robin Williams stars in I don't know what you're trying to say. But anyway, Gator Fire. Gator Fire. And there's your funny image. But anyway. But yeah, I have a funny gator vid for you. Please save it till I'm done. No, I'm not trying to sound rude, but please save it until I'm done. Anyway, back to reading. On Metacritic, the film has a 39 out of 100 based on 13 critic reviews, meaning generally unfavorable. So it seems Metacritic is a bit less positive. And finally, okay. And finally, oh wait, let's see. And by 39 out of 100, you mean 100 out of 100, yep. That old-ass video. Anyway, moving right along. The film was originally scheduled to release in the US and Canada on November 3rd, 2017, but it was subsequently moved up to October 6th. The film was distributed... Serious question. Go right ahead. Are you medicated? No. Like, if you mean medicated for, like, ADHD or anything, I am. I already knew that, because you've mentioned it before. Many times. Not trying to sound rude, just you've mentioned it before. Are you vaccinated? No. No, my family are not anti-vaxxers. Before you ask, I just simply put, am not vaccinated. No reason in particular. I'm just not. I have to clarify, my parents are not anti-vaxxers. I have to clarify that. They are not. 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 Maybe your immune system is just bad. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I had like 2 years left to live all along. Speaking of along, in Canada, the film was distributed by Entertainment One, which had the nationwide rights to Lionsgate films at the time. Incorrect. Oh, God. You have 2 seconds to live. Okay. Okay, I'm done with that joke. That was one. Well, I don't feel like getting on the floor again, so you'll have to make do with what you got. Anyway, where I was going with this. Entertainment One had the Canadian distribute. Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow. Anyway, where I was going with this. In Canada, the film was distributed by Entertainment One, which had the nationwide rights to Lionsgate films at the time. Theatrically, the film was accompanied by the 5-minute animated short from Hasbro's animated web series, Hanazuki Full of Treasures. Don't know what that is, so I cannot comment on it. Anyway, and last but not least, the film was released on... Okay, last but not least, the film was released digitally on December 19th, 2017, and was then released on DVD and My Little Pony on VHS. Sadly, no. Anyway, it was released digitally on December 19th, 2017, and was released on Record a Blank Tape. Okay, someday. Anyway. And then it was released on Blu-ray and DVD on January 9th, 2018. So, soon after. Anyway. The special Do you know how? Oh, I know how, but I don't have the equipment. Yes, I have a VCR, but it's a play-only VCR, so no. Moving on. The special feat Sniper Wolf. Ew. Stop talking about snipers. I don't know what she did. Fun fact, if you don't know what Sniper Wolf did, she doxed Jack's films, leaked his address, went to his fucking house, stalked him and his wife, threatened him and his wife. You don't remember that whole drama? Oh yeah. And get this, it was because Jack's films pointed out that she was plagiarizing content. I used to follow her as a teen, and I bet you feel real fucking dirty now. I'm sure you know why. Yeah, I know why. I know why. Jerk, jerk, cum, cum. Anyway. Wonder After Dark, the only show that's softcore porn, but not really. I feel worse for following Oni-san, though. Ew, anyway. Disgusting. The special features include a deleted scene, a music video for the song I'm the Friend You Need, a featurette starring Pinkie Pie, 2 behind-the-scenes featurettes, an exclusive Equestria Girls short, and the Hanazuki Full of Treasure short that played in theaters with the film. I used to sing his I'm a Banana in the hallway. Oh, the fact I didn't know that was him until right now makes that even worse. Oh, even worse. Anyway. Alright. Interestingly... Alright. Now this isn't... Keep in mind, this was 2010 to 2013 before anything went public about him. I had zero idea. And that's completely fair. Anyway. Kind of an interesting release here. A Blu-ray set was released, bundling the 2017 and 1986 movies, commemorating the 35th anniversary of the My Little Pony toy line. Although this release does not contain any exclusive content, it's just the same discs for both movies. And last but not least, the film was released on Netflix on June 19th, 2023. Although it has come in and out of Netflix availability over the years. Or over the year, I should say. The single year that it's been on Netflix. Read. Okay. I think YouTube deleted something because I did read all of that. Again, I think YouTube deleted something. Because otherwise, everything I see, I read. So don't accuse Jessie is obese. Sure, anyway. But yeah, and that's pretty much it for My Little Pony, the movie, 2017. It hasn't been reissued, at least recently. It hasn't gotten a 4K release, and I doubt it will for a number of reasons. That's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. Believe it or not, go ahead. I never seen My Little Pony the movie. I'm both surprised and not surprised. Surprised because clearly a fan. Not surprised because, honestly, I'd say the period it came out, like 2017, and something, oh, also that quote, critics praised the female representation. Yeah, that too. Even though, I mean, yeah. It is, you know, one of those films. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what the show has been for the past 4 decades. Yeah, literally. The past 4 decades. Just female representation. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the release history of My Little Pony, the movie. And of course, I do have a copy of it, which has been sitting here the whole time. The Blu-ray release. This is what happens when your dad does not check Amazon. What's your take on boy toy, girl toy in kids' meals? I think somebody here has quite the experience in that department. Spider, if you're still here, care to comment on the topic of boy and girl toys in kids' meals? If you're still watching, I can name one that was really bad. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 set. Ah, that one. But yeah, Spider, are you there? I don't think you are, but if you are, say something. Yeah, I think he left. Fuck. Yeah, the boys get the... Yeah, although that's pretty much it. The boys got the cool toys. Girls got like a bracelet, a notebook, a comb, a hair clip. Like, what the fuck? Sexist at its finest. That is sexism mixed with favoritism. Anyway. Do they think girls can't enjoy Spider? Apparently. Look up the set online. I'll do that when I'm done. Anyway. But yeah, of course I have a copy of it. The Blu-ray. McDonald's Amazing Spider-Man 2. Again, I will do that when I'm done. But yeah. Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital. And this is actually a slightly later Which One is My Little Pony? I would say Twilight. Anyway, this is actually a slightly later reissue. You can tell in 2 ways. Just 2. The explanation of the digital copy makes no mention of which one is the movie. Are they the villain? Yes. Hey look, a skill issue joke I actually found funny. Anyway, alright, the first way to tell if you have a reissue or not is the explanation of the digital copy will make no mention of Ultraviolet. The original release did. This does not, because by this point Ultraviolet had been shut down and discontinued. Reissues are 50-50, yeah. And the second way to tell, although this one you will not notice right away unless you're like me, is in the copyright information. It should say, copyright 2019 Lionsgate Entertainment, and copyright 2019 Hasbro. Not sure why they chose to reissue this 2 years later. Either they're a re-release of a good release or they're not. In that case, avoid them. Yeah. But anyway. Not sure why Lionsgate chose to reissue this only 2 years later. But sure. Although the content inside is pretty much exactly the same as the original. I don't have the original to compare, but I don't need it to compare, because everything on here is exactly the same. Anyway, special features include deleted scene, Equestria Girls short, Twilight Sparkle is my, yep. Baking with Pinkie Pie, making magic with the main 6 and their new friends. The Journey Beyond Equestria, I'm the Friend You Need music video. And Hanazuki Full of Treasures. Twilight Sparkle as Mai, Pinkie Pie as Little, and Fluttershy as Pony. That's yum. Anyway. Alright. Rainbow Dash as Friendship. Applejack as is. Applejack as is. And Rarity as Magic. And together they are the main 6. Anyway. Alright, inside. Alright, inside we have the Blu-ray disc and the DVD, both of which are movie and special features. The content is identical on both formats. Who is Spike? Just Spike. Anyway, content is identical on both formats. Is he Equestria? Yes. Anyway, content is identical on both formats, movie and special features. Sunset Shimmer is girls, yep. Only difference, of course, is the Blu-ray presents everything in high definition. DVD is standard def. Okay, now my review of the movie, before it gets too late. So, my review of the movie. It's pretty good, I will say. On the grand scale of TV to film adaptations, DVD standard skip. Anyway, on the grand scale of TV to film adaptations, especially cartoon adaptations, this is one of the better ones, and in my opinion, one of the really good ones. I imagine My Little Pony the movie is great. Yes, it is. Anyway, although, while I do think it is a great movie, there are a few things about it that I would like to point out. Don't worry, these things are valid. These are completely valid. First of all, I did read that critics criticized the pacing. And I do agree. The pacing for the first couple minutes... critics hated the 5 Pokemon movies that made it to theaters, but that's only because they weren't fans. Yep, you're not wrong. But in this case, I get it. The pacing for the first couple minutes is kind of all over the... not all over the place in a bad way, but the pacing is just out there. You get thrown right into it, and then it just kind of... it goes really fast, and then it slows down. But it doesn't slow down in a bad way. It just picks up the pace, and then slows it down. In all fairness, they don't do a good job at introducing the viewer to the world of Pokemon, especially the first movie. Again, that's valid. Which brings me back to this movie. If you're not a fan of the franchise, you've never seen anything before, and this is your first go, it actually does a pretty good job introducing you to this world. Then you'd hate it. Well, yeah. But in all seriousness, this movie actually does a pretty good job introducing you to this world if you've never seen it before. And it's so simple. If you were not a fan, you would be like, ew, girl show, pretty much. But how so? Well, how so does it introduce you? Simple, but effective. You start with this, cloud space. You're in the sky. And then we see just some miscellaneous... Wonder After Dark, yep. And we see some miscellaneous, extra ponies, not the main 6, fly by. And that's how you know this is not our world. This is a whole other place. And from then on, it's very bright, very colorful. They show you... Spider-Man, yep. They show you everything you need to know while leaving some... Lord of the Rings, yep. While leaving some up to the viewer and some up to the movie. It's a classic example of show, don't tell. They could have easily... I'm not a fan of Lord of the Rings. Neither am I. But they could have easily thrown in some monologue like the world of Equestria is, but no. They just show you this world. I'm just not that fond of Middle Earth, plus too long, same. But they just show you this world, and they show you these characters. They don't spend like 20 minutes monologuing who everyone is or why you should care. They just throw you into it, but they don't like... It's not sudden. It makes more sense when you see it. But anyway, what do I think of the movie? I think it's really good. I think it's a great movie. Oh, I actually almost forgot. Another observation. The world of Equestria is roll credit. Basically, that's what they could have done. Anyway, another observation that I do have, or rather, an observation that I did have when I first watched the movie. For context, I've seen it before. Krusty Krab training video ending. Best ending. Actually, procrastination is the best ending. Krusty Krab training video is a close second. Anyway, but another observation that I did have when I watched the movie for the first time, for context, I watched it on Netflix. Best ending for me was I Had an Accident. That's a great one, but anyway. But I first watched the movie on Netflix, then I got this, where the family turns the TV off. That is probably one of the best, like, what the fuck endings. In fact, that whole episode feels like they did not know how to end it. So they just said, let's just do the most batshit ending. It's like they didn't know how to end it, so they didn't even try, but in a good way. But anyway, I don't know if you remember Daboom from Family Guy. I do not. But let's get back to the movie. But I do, okay. But an observation that I did have regarding My Little Pony, the movie, when I first watched it, I initially thought it was non-canon to the show. I initially thought. How come? Well, I initially thought it was non-canon for a few reasons. The first but that episode ends with live action. Alright. That episode ends in live action with the husband or wife saying, I just had a dream of this weird episode of Family Guy. That's the kind of stupid shit that I love. Anyway, where I was going with this. I initially thought that My Little Pony, the movie, was non-canon. Now, what made me think it was early Family Guy? Noted. I still don't remember, but noted. Like season 2 early. Noted. 2000. Noted. Anyway. Oops. Anyway. I initially thought the movie was non-canon. Initially. For a few reasons. It's the same episode where they're flooded in. Noted. Like that one meme. I did not care for the Godfather. Anyway. Back on topic. Please. I initially thought the movie was non-canon for a few reasons, but mainly these reasons. The first reason I initially thought it was non-canon, the setting. Yes, it does take place in Equestria. Yes, it follows characters from the TV show. But the setting itself looks like it was redesigned ever so slightly for the film. Like, it looks like they tweaked everything. And I was the same with a few of the Pokemon movies, but then the show brought up events that happened in the show at the time. Yeah. And the second reason why I initially thought the movie was non-canon, the art style. This makes much more sense if you see it. The art style of My Little Pony, the movie, while it is in line with the show, is much more, I'm non-canon to Wonder After Dark. Yes, you are. Anyway, I initially thought it was the other reason why I thought non-canon was the art style. Because while it is in line with the show, it's also much more rounded, much more pronounced. The characters, again, they look like they were tweaked a little bit for the film, but the most noticeable change is it looks like their facial features were rounded more, and it looks like their eyes were made a bit bigger than they are in the show. And it also just looks like a lot of the quote-unquote edges that were there were either eliminated or softened. I don't know. It's like they were redesigned, but more rounded. Ooh, chunky. Anyway. But it's like, they look like they were redesigned, but they also don't. I can't explain it. It makes more sense when you see. But yeah. But to conclude my review, because it is getting quite late. To conclude my review of My Little Pony, the movie, because it's getting a little late, and I can't, you said chonky like chicken nugget. I still haven't watched that. Don't make me. Anyway. But to conclude my review of My Little Pony, the movie, I think it's a great movie. Not just on the scale of cartoon to film adaptations, but just in general. It's a great movie, and one that I do highly recommend, whether or not you are a fan of the show. Chicken Nugget is like the most wholesome cartoon. I believe you, but I still haven't watched it. Okay, I believe you. Anyway. Okay. I will make you shut. Okay, but My Little Pony, the movie. What would I give it? Honestly, I'm gonna give it... Okay. I'm gonna give it 2 separate ratings. One in turn... Oh, each episode is like a minute long. Noted. Anyway. But don't expect me to... I know you said minute long and not 200 minutes, but still don't expect me to watch like 200 in a day. I've done stupider, but don't. Anyway. Okay, but I'm going to give My Little Pony, the movie, 2 separate ratings. One for how good of a My Little Pony... I'll show you a few from time to time. Good. Anyway. Alright. In terms of how good of a My Little Pony movie it is, I'd say it's really good. It does have some... I rated a question out of 10. My personal rating would be a 9 out of 10, although it is slightly brought down to an 8.5 due to its kind of off-pacing at the beginning. Those first, like, 17 minutes. I can only rate Equestria Girls, sure. But yeah, we'll save that for another time. We're not here to talk that tonight. We'll save it for another time. That's an 8 out of 10 for me. Noted. But we'll save that for another time. Preferably when I've actually seen it. But anyway. But yeah. Yeah. I'd say it's a 9 out of 10. Although it is brought down to an 8.5 due to its kind of out there pacing at the beginning. The back of the DVD lies. How so? I don't own it, so I wouldn't know. Six ponies turn into humans with a love of fun and fashion, LMAO. I don't know how that's a lie. You'll have to clarify. I want you to break that. I can't break it down because I haven't seen it. I'm not refusing to. I haven't seen it, so I can't. What is it that I said earlier about wrestling? You're asking me the questions. I don't know the... Oh. Only one pony turns to human and goes to an alternate universe. Like I said, I have not seen it, so I couldn't comment. I apologize if I sounded a little pissy about it. You're just telling me to describe something I have zero experience with. And with a love of fun could apply to some of the main six, only rarity is into fashion. Well, I picked up on that immediately. I did pick up on that right away. Give me credit. I picked up on that at least. That in itself did sound a little off right away. Okay. We've been at this for a while. But that concludes yet another bizarre... Oh. But to say 6 ponies transfem, or transform, yes, I am aware I just horribly misread that as transfam, or I'm stupid. Transform. I cannot read to save my life. Anyone who has watched the movie knows it's just Twilight. I have not watched the movie, so I would not know. Again, I have not watched it, so I wouldn't know. Watch it. If I find it, I will. Stay tuned next week. Oh, at least you're giving me a week's notice. Thank you for that, at least. At least you're giving me a week's notice. At the very least, thank you. Thank of the you. A rare Sylv W. Where we are transported to DeviantArt, I mean a humanized version of the My Little Pony universe, yep. Okay, on that note, it is 12:32 or 12:33 a.m. Just turned 12:33. It is getting hot and toasty in here. The sad thing about the Equestria Girls series, go on, is that it brought more creepy fans. Oh, why does that not damn surprise me? Wow, that does not surprise me. But I think we're done here. We'll save the rest of our Equestria Girls thoughts for next week. Please. Anyway. First we got 30-year-olds creeping on ponies. Now we have 30-year-olds creeping on teens. Oh no. At least I was a teenager when I saw the film. At least. And at least the excuse with creeping on ponies is that they are fictional animal characters. Keyword, fictional animal characters. I'm not saying that makes it automatically okay, but at least they're just fictional animal characters. Plus, I mean, to be fair, though, they had no reason to give Rainbow Dash a fucking gat, but they did. I'm referring... Thing is, it's a good movie, yeah. I'm referring to Pony Rainbow Dash, if you couldn't tell, not the human. I'm not that bad. But thing is, it's a good movie. I'll take your word for it. They gave everyone a plot. I'll take your word for it. Now, I'm not trying to... Not just Rainbow, yeah. Now, I'm not trying to rush, but plot is GAT, by the way. I know. Seriously, though, why did they give them all a GAT? Okay, but on that, I watch it for the plot. Okay, on that note, I think we're done here for tonight. I think we're done for tonight. I think we're done. Because it's 12:35, so we do got to wrap this up in a minute. So, what are we doing tomorrow night? Because I genuinely don't know. I do have 2 streams lined up, but neither of them are tomorrow. Or actually, never mind, I forgot. You said Return to Oz. I forgot. I never said I watch it for the plot. I always said I watch it for the story to make sure I don't come off as creepy. That makes sense. Anyway, in a classic Wonder After Dark blunder, I forgot that you suggested Return to Oz. And I also forgot that I put that on the schedule. So I guess we're doing Return to Oz tomorrow. Oh no. So I guess come back tomorrow for Return to Oz. We're watching Poe. But we're watching legal Poe. We're not watching sketchy Poe. We're not that bad. Here at Wonder After Dark, we watch Poe, but we only watch good Poe. That was stupid. Anyway. No, we're watching Poe from Teletubbies. No, we're watching Poe, yes, and Poe Panda. Okay, for real, I do need to wrap this up now. So, on that note, hot skitty on Waylord action, yep. On that note, I think we're done here. Are you ready for bend over? Anyway, on that note, I think we're done here for tonight. I got Return to Oz to review tomorrow, finally. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. Will I elaborate further? No, because now I was just about to. Will I elaborate further? No, because I've said it. Will I elaborate further? No, because I've said enough. Anyway. That's all the time we have for tonight. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. Jesus Christ, my brain. Alright. Tomorrow, Return to Oz. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and He loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and have a day. I also will not fall for your weight bullshit. Have a day.